Hey YouTube, this is React City. I'm Tim.
I'm Rose.
I'm Nikki.
And this is...
React City.
No!
Episode 17.
Yes?
Ranking of Kings.
Yay!
There we go. So last time we left off, we've convinced Desha to not burn it down.
Yes.
Yep.
And Despa's suggestion was let Boji face King Boss.
Yeah.
What's that about?
I'm very curious because he just said like Oaken was his natural enemy, so I guess there's a thing here where Boji may be stronger, but it's best not to fight that guy, I guess. Because
I was just gonna add and say I wonder what that like natural enemy like specific part is.
I think it might be that Oaken doesn't have pressure points. He's like some amorphous black blob or something like that, I think.
Maybe.
And also, I'm reserving my full judgment on Vlad because we don't know how terrible their father was, and I'm expecting the show to kind of justify his actions. Like, of course, it was terrible what he did, no matter what, but I want to see if it's like it was a desperate situation and anything's better than that guy.
Honestly, I forgot to mention, I was gonna do an after talk or something. My feelings towards Vlad changed a lot over the last few episodes.
Yeah.
Like yeah, really. It was just an up and down thing. Like the first time we saw Vlad, I was like, ugh, what human are you? And then you hear a little story about how he was like just hated because he was ugly, and
he hated himself.
He hated himself, yeah, and he just felt a little pity for him. But then these last few episodes, even seeing him leading this battle that was so atrocious or whatever, I still kind of started warming up to him, and even his mannerisms and his decision making, like after the Domus situation, because that Domus fight was very annoying.
Yeah.
But everything afterwards is like, he actually seems kind of respectable, And I felt a little more, I don't know, warmed up to him a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you. I'd like to get more background on this father figure.
He's flawed, but how flawed?
Yes, indeed. Maybe we'll find out in the rest of this episode. We won't. But guys, remember to hit the like button. Remember to hit the subscribe button to keep seeing these episodes in your subscription box. And also check out the description for the Patreon to see these episodes a whole week early, as well as see the uncut version of these episodes. Let's get into it.
Oh, this is...
不老不死の手がかりがあると考え、人間を妻とし、3人の子を
Oh, and those were the three.
長男のデスハーは父の超能力を受け継ぐ
And looks.
Yeah.
次男のデスパーは
That's a little bit. He's green, maybe.
非力な人間だった
He was a powerless human being. Okay, so he is really weak.
身体能力こそ高かったが、超能力は何一つ受け継がない
No powers.
Oh.
3兄弟によって残虐なサトゥンは打ち倒され、この国に平和が訪れた。しかし
Ah! Bro. Oh.
Oh.
王権が25歳を迎えた時、
Oh, he had it.
He had it
父の力が生まれた。
at 25.
あれじゃ、私は自分を失いたくない。助けてください。
Aww.
Zap!
That's the only thing that can stop him is the lightning.
I guess that's where we saw
And then
like
they-
immediately. No, this is probably a time skip.
Yeah.
I saw a little mustache.
Mustache, yeah.
So, not an amorphous blob. I like that you were like, no, we're not going to learn anything sense on immediately.
Yes. Oh no, they're running back. Is that? Oh, what's his name?
Apis
Apis.
来てるみたいだけど、どうしたんだろ
checks his back. Yeah, you're okay.
う。ババアのところに持ってくか。
Oh,
Oh, she's. Well, what does she know? Think about him.
kill him now.
And then he dislocated himself to come out. Ew. Gross. Stop it.
骨を砕いた。
Oh, he
Oh,
broke
broke
them. Okay. Oh no, not Captain! Oh, he stopped both of them. Shirasampe.
Shirasampe.
Is his sword immortal too?
It
Oh my gosh. Wait, what? What's happening?
is. What the hell?
He just took it and ran.
Blood a little bit too.
They can't. Of course, you can't move him.
Eat him.
Oh, they're
Oh,
working.
there.
Oh, he's awake.
ヒリング様を亡き者とし、そしてこの国
Whoa.
を滅ぼすこと。
Let me just give
Lady
you all the
Miranda's
questions.
Lady Miranda's dream,
Yes.
which is
ただボス様のおそばにいること。
Yandere.
憂いのないボス様と
untroubled.
だけでまた旅に出る。
Go on a journey alone with him.
私はミランジャ様に大きな恩がある。
知るか
となれば、ボッジ様と対峙しなければなりません。
Oh.
Dude, sit back down. Chill. You're sweating.
Yeah, look at his sweating.
Oh, he sees it.
He feels the energy.
Fighting spirits. This is down.
ボッジ様、あなた、一体。
ボッチは変わったとてつもなく強く
That was crazy.
Yeah, you can see it.
ネースのデスパーさんに鍛えてもらってなボッチをなめんな
Oh, he's happy. He's proud. Oh,
He's crying.
look at his tiny eyes.
の
Oh, that was what Miranda was to him.
あなたが信じる道をあなたがこの国の希望になるかもしれない
Oh, oh, it's serious.
Zuko, what did you do?
He gets stabbed? Are you dying?
女様を救い
Take them and save them. What?
Oh my
Wait,
God.
what?
私は何もできなかった
What?
No, he's fine, he's fine.
Okay. Oh, red eyes? That's not good. That's not good. That's Miranjo's.
That's evil eye.
Who's coming? Hide! Oh,
Ignores, ignores.
隊長たちやられたのか
Oh no!
He just like
Oh, okay.
he's going straight for Miranjo.
looks at him as he's walking by.
来たか
Oh!
It's like, bruh.
Music. Yeah. Oh, you bastard.
Oh,
Wow.
whoa. I guess he wasn't a number one underworld criminal for nothing.
Yeah.
Scale
What
the castle.
heck?
Boji!
We can sense it too? Why is it everybody can sense it?
おめえもやっ
No, trust him. No, no, Boji. No, Boji. Oh.
That's what you did. Poison.
どうだ
He's like,
Yeah.
Like, what the heck is that?
どういうことだ猛毒だぞ
Giant.
やろ汚ねえぞ
巨人族に人の毒など効かん。
Alright.
そういえばデスパーさんが
I love that moment so much.
最強だな
What a guy. Yep. Sleep.
Wink.
The rapping arts? Oh my gosh.
It is.
そんで俺影
Oh no.
あんた誰
影一族か。お前もやはりヒューの匂いがする。
Tragedy.
What?
Don't follow the rat.
何かしらこのネズミは。
Guys. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I guess Miranda wants to help
Peace.
Apis. Okay. Oh, he's sweating.
Nope.
Whoa. He's trying to send. He's sending it from afar, but he's missing him. Wow.
It's like Boji's perspective when the thing's going past him.
Oh. He can see it.
Oh, he looks so happy about it.
なんだよなんか投げてた
Oh. Whoa! Poke.
Won't work.
ボッチミスったのか
talking just casually. Let me distract you from this.
Yeah, very important fight.
Oh.
Now he knows it's not gonna hurt him, so he's not gonna be scared.
また果たして王家に聞くかな
Whoa.
She's like the commentator. She's so interested in this fight.
Got it.
Yeah, but he's fixed it already, so.
超バリだ
And it comes right back.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, he heals his sword.
Nice.
Wow, Boji.
This is like a stalemate.
Yeah. But he's gonna get tired.
Yeah,
that's true.
Oaken is mortal. Despa! Despa-san!
逃げた方がいい
そうだ
Yeah, right.
You didn't think of that?
私は
Yeah. Aww. Oh, because of Daida.
自分がやんなきゃみんながやられちゃうってではいつだってずっとみんなのことをバカ野郎
Just call her again.
Keep calling everybody.
Oh, was that her mom? Oh.
Love it.
いいぞボッチ
Oh no.
Oh no.
New sights. Boji.
No one dies.
ボッチ
Even the guy who tried to poison you to death.
That weird laugh.
なんであいつが不死身だとかわかるの
Yeah, you don't even know who this person is that you're telling everything.
だ
私は
Oh no.
ミランジョ
Mm.
おいご
There it is.
Yeah.
That's fun. Discussion.
Discussion.
Very fun.
Very fun episode.
We start off with meeting some god who was going extinct.
Yeah.
God going extinct. You know, weird sentence there.
Saturn.
Saturn. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're living in a world that's like transitioning
Yeah.
from the age of like myth and heroes. Well, I guess from gods into the age of myth and heroes. Interesting. So Saturn, he legit was the god of hell. So this is actually hell, and I wonder if they can see people who like have died there or something. Okay.
That would be interesting. But
And he was seeking the what?
Immortality.
Immortality, like the answer or whatever of
Yeah.
immortality. Yeah.
and he was killing a bunch of people to do it.
Right, and he discovered that it has something to do with reproduction, like just that, like in the natural cycle of life, making new humans, kind of like, and then he somehow got it to some of his self to be expressed in
his
his
kids.
children. And the last one that was showing no powers and no like smarts or anything was he was powerful.
He had physical ability.
Physical abilities.
He
yeah.
didn't inherit his father's traits. Was it Despa inherited his father most of his father's powers? Despa,
Desha, you mean?
Yeah, Desha inherited most of his father's powers.
Despa
Despa
a little.
inherited a little bit. Oaken got none.
Yeah, and then Oaken later discovers at 25 that his immortality kicked in. He cannot die.
I'm just checking. So I thought they said Despa got none as well. Did he get some?
He got a little.
Despa got a little bit.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Do we know
Very
what
little.
that is?
I wonder if it has to do with his mind, like
Maybe
his
that's the
Despa
talking
arts.
thing.
Yeah, that could be part of it. The fact that they both have a little of the power is why maybe they can talk to each other like that.
There is the whole seeing everything thing. Like maybe he can see life because God of death. He can see it in everything.
It's possible.
So going extinct, do you know is that a translation thing or like is that what the word they use? 'Cause I'm just wondering what do they mean? Because if I'm singular thinking of I'm going extinct, like what does that mean? Like I'm just dying? Why wouldn't I just say I'm dying?
I think if there's more than one gods, so there was like a set of like gods. That's what I'm thinking. And they
I
were
thought he
dying
said
off.
the gods were going. Okay, maybe that was it. I thought like he was saying like I'm going extinct, but he used like third person. Or
Yeah,
something.
no, I think it was multiple gods.
Okay.
It's kind of like the idea of how the giants are meant to dwindle to nothing because they can only have one child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that is the case, I'm just gonna hazard a guess that he was already immortal if his son inherited immortality.
I think he
So-
figured it out.
So what was he exactly? So he was just worried about his eventual death, and that would be the end of his entire, like his legacy, everything about him. So he wanted his kids to carry on.
So
I don't know
how did they kill him?
if he was immortal.
Yeah.
Maybe
Immortal
he didn't
till
turn
killed?
25 yet.
He's not 25.
I was thinking maybe immortal till killed.
Well, Oaken isn't. He
could-
heals immediately.
Yeah, but he could like have a different version or something.
Maybe. Yeah, and Oaken's is just different.
Yeah.
Because he does lose his mind, whereas the king was just bad. He was just evil.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe they'll tell us more.
Mm.
But you seem confused as well, and you've seen this whole thing, so.
The thing
I'm
is-
not letting any information out.
The thing is, I don't understand how... Well, I was wondering, like, how did Oaken lose his mind so quickly? From the start of hearing that he lost his mind, I was like, he can't be that... He's not that old.
Yeah.
But it's because he was sad about it from the start, so he's probably, like, sitting by himself thinking about it until he dwindled into insanity.
But what Despa had said about losing your mind with immortality is that you live so long, you lose touch with all the things that give life meaning, which is death and like cherishing things for the time being because you won't have them forever. But it seemed like the next day,
Yeah!
he's just like swinging and cutting the underworld forces down.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't, but still, even if it was 10 years,
Yeah.
I would expect it to be like 50, 100
Yeah.
before he's losing
Loses his
himself.
mind.
Yeah. So I think it more went to the side of his mental stability of like discovering he's immortal and kind of being in the mindset of this is my fate, I'm doomed, and then not even trying, like kind of maybe dwelling on it too much and driving himself insane, like prematurely.
Maybe. I'm just also thinking, like, what if it could be something like he loses the ability to understand what other people are suffering. But before he was a very
Empathetic.
yeah, he seemed like a very empathetic person. Like he wanted to make this knight order that was strong yet gentle. So maybe he understood what it was like for other people to be weak. And once he crossed that threshold and he was no longer able to experience that because he's such an emotional person,
It took him over.
Switched was pretty quick.
Maybe.
So pretty much what you're saying.
The thing that I like with this show is that there's a lot implied. It doesn't tell you directly about like the connections between things, but like watching this series again, I'm like, oh, that connects to that, and that connects to that. Oh, and that there's a little connection there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that you will get more context later, but it won't tell you directly outright.
Yeah, you just
can
kind of
figure
figure
it
it
out.
out.
You can figure it out. Yeah.
I also just want to throw back to the fact that you were like, we're not going to find out this episode. Immediately start.
I didn't remember it was this episode.
It's a great fake out.
Yeah, I did it on purpose.
Well done.
Planned from the start.
Well done.
But yeah.
But also, it's just the whole world really feeds into this idea of there's just a natural order to things, and with that natural order, I'm wondering if were the gods a part of or separate from that natural order if they were going extinct. Like so, I feel like something has to have changed. Like at one point, the giants were plentiful; they had to have been. Like something made them, right?
Yeah.
So was it set up so the world starts like this, and it'll slowly shift towards like human-dominated, that kind of beings that can reproduce naturally, kind of thing, and everything old that set things up disappear? I'm wondering if something like that is supposed to happen, and we're seeing is creatures trying to circumvent what's supposed to happen, like the natural order prevents. Like even if you're a god, you're not supposed to be here forever.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Interesting.
And also the talking about gods, that kind of, I don't know, gives us ideas that we can work with for the whole, what is that, the thing that you get when you're the top king?
The divine treasures.
The divine treasures, yeah. So it must be created by whoever these gods were that were going extinct.
And speaking of which, so Saturn, I'm just guessing, was working with Miranjo, because why else would Vlad want to kill Miranjo? Like, she had, from what we saw, Oaken just went immortal.
Yeah.
So it has to have been something that happened before. So I'm thinking maybe Saturn was trying to figure out this whole immortality thing, and he worked with her because we know she knows about the whole get your extended family or unborn children to carry on what you want with Boss. So maybe it started there.
That's a good point. Very good point.
We also didn't see where Oaken was when Saturn died.
Yeah, we did.
On the throne, we saw Despa and Desha holding each other up.
No, it was Desha and Oaken, I thought.
Despa inherited a little bit, and was a powerless human being.
Yeah, but he's writing.
He didn't inherit any superpowers.
Right.
Yeah,
it was
Oaken. Yeah.
Oh.
Because Despa left.
Defeated by his 3 sons.
Saturn. It's
Guess
almost
we don't do that
Satan.
part.
It's pretty much Satan. I didn't, because I didn't catch his name at all. I just heard you saying Saturn. It's like, oh, it's Satan.
I was relating it to Saturn, but I couldn't remember what Saturn. Because remember the Roman gods were like after the planets. I couldn't remember what Saturn was supposed to be. So I was wondering, is it supposed to be Saturn? That's Hades. Can't remember. I want to say it was Saturn, but I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but then after that.
Then after that, we see he goes crazy, very sad about it.
Gets captured.
And gets released back into the wild immediately,
yeah.
like a fish, catch and release. Darn it, Miranjo. What else do you think she has to do? Do you think she's the immortality thing? Do you think she had something to do with the father and immortality, or Oaken and immortality?
I think the father was going to use Oaken. I think the father knew Oaken would develop immortality because the idea was that it was something to do with reproducing, and he made his sons, and I think he was going to use Oaken, but he got taken out. And I think maybe he was like an experiment of Miranjo's.
Yeah, I think same thing.
Yeah, yeah. And then we cut back. We're back to the regular world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this where Boji and Kage find Apis?
Yes, I think so.
And Apis wakes up and first they're trying to drag him to healing.
Unsuccessfully.
Yeah, barely made any progress. And then he wakes up and is like, "You should leave." But then he starts telling us
everything. Absolutely everything.
Yes. So it's Miranjo's dream to destroy everything that is tying Boss here down and just go off on an adventure alone with him. I don't know.
It's insane.
I feel bad for saying it's a stupid dream because it's just I feel like she's just been through a lot and the only person she trusts is him and she wants nothing else in her way and she's just lost all connection to human beings at all, so she doesn't care about who she's hurting.
Yandere.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, there are better ways to do this. You could have like
you don't have to kill his whole family.
Yeah. Like, what is it that she couldn't get him to change his mind unless he has no ties? Like, couldn't she just say, you need to just go with me and leave your children to inherit, leave Boji to inherit or die or whatever, and just leave? I feel like it has to be that she's trying to convince him somehow at the same time. It doesn't make sense that because it's like she has to force him by removing everything in his path. It's like she doesn't want to tell him, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm just going to make you see it somehow. Like, what?
I will let you know we do get more on that later.
Okay. Not too much.
But at least from my perspective, it's even stupider than you think.
Okay. But honestly, though, I do think, like, Buzz has to be complicit, you know? Like, when they tied him up with the criminals, he could have taken those guys.
And when he was coming to rescue Healing because she was calling, he flashes back to Miranjo's like, nah, this is for her. So it's like, is it that he needs to do it for show, to look like he's not wanting this and it's just happening to him?
Yeah. What does he want?
I don't know.
You know what? The only other thing I could think of is that she is trying to fulfill Boss's wish in order to justify her making him fulfill her wish. Like, she's indirectly fulfilling her own desires, but she's trying to, like, do it through his. So we know that he wanted to be the strongest man in the world, and to that end, Boss, had the whole kid deal, so that, and she's just continuing that because that's all she knows that he wanted, and so now that that's done. Now she moves on to her side of it, where it's destroy the whole kingdom, which is really what she wants.
Yeah. So it's like we built the kingdom in order to have a family, in order to have a descendant to be passed on to. But now we're going to remove it all, like throw away the trash that we don't need, so we can keep going in life.
Well, the kid thing was Boss's idea. Well, not the kid thing. The kingdom thing was Boss's idea.
Oh yeah, the kingdom.
Because he wanted to make a kingdom that Boji would never want for anything, right?
Yeah.
So now she's burning it all down because he has stuck himself in this place because he grew a heart.
Yeah.
The plan was just to have the kid and leave, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I wanted to say the Wonton foundation of random kingdoms all over the place also speaks to the idea of like this is the world's progressing. It's like now kingdoms and people are growing randomly, and in the future we would have kingdoms everywhere.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then Apis was about to go head on to Boji. Yeah, and then he sees
he's like, oh, did you see him like looking up where it was?
Yes.
But then like when it switched back, he's like looking back down at Boji, but it's still up. I was like, okay.
I didn't notice that. But yeah, and why is it everyone can see this like
he can see his
power,
aura.
His aura,
his ego, his nen.
Warriors.
You can feel his ki.
And Apis is proud of him. Yeah. That was nice. Before he dies.
Yeah.
No, he's not dead.
Even if you dislike Boji, I feel like most people would be like, wow, you actually turned it around. I didn't think you could. So I feel like most people would be like, wow, good job.
He's a comeback kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but Oji is so admirable. And then we see him pass out on the floor, coughing up blood.
Yeah, as
like you do.
Yeah, poison.
Yeah, and then as Boji is running away, Kage brings up the unfortunate fact is like, you're gonna have to face off against your dad, right?
Yeah, and he's like,
you can't be uncertain right now, Boji.
Yeah.
Don't have qualms about killing your father.
Speaking of killing, I'm kind of jumping forward, but just like to mention because I didn't write it down. Boji was actually contemplating trying to kill Oken.
Yeah. And
Kage knew, like, he didn't even say words. He just, like, made a face. He was like, oh, he's going to try and kill him.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
Because he recognized that, listen, I can't be the superhero all the time. This guy's going to kill everybody. I might have to kill him.
Yeah.
And a lot of animes don't do that. So I like that he thought about it.
Yeah. That just made Boji's look so grown up to me.
Yeah.
He made a grown up decision. I'm going to have to take a life here.
Yeah, I keep forgetting how old he actually is.
12. He's supposed to be 14 or something?
12 or 14. I don't know.
Died as 12. He's supposed to be older.
Okay, so he's probably 14. He's so small.
Yeah.
So cute though.
But before that, let's go back to Domes and Hokuro burning the entrance to the underworld.
Yeah.
Made by the Shadow Clan.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little bit more story about them too.
Yeah. And that apparently it's like one of those rumors that it's like a coin rumor where one side and the other side, where it's like these people were actually really nice and it's a tragedy, but on the other side of the rumor is like these people needed to be killed because they were treacherous.
Propaganda be like that.
Be like that sometimes.
Yeah, but the interesting that I learned from that conversation was that remember we were kind of wondering if they were secretly evil or something.
Yeah.
It turns out they were pure-hearted people.
According to them.
According to him, I feel like I feel like we can go with that.
Probably.
The fact that he's saying it where no one is around and say Bakuro, where it has no consequence. Most likely it's true.
Most likely.
So these guys were given a bad rap because of their curse, the curse that was put on them for some reason. This entire clan. And they're cursed to work as assassins for these people who later turn on them. It's kind of a tragic end. And they're definitely going extinct because Kage's the last one alive.
Yeah.
As far as we know, yeah.
As far as we know. And we don't even know how they reproduced. And apparently they had I don't know if they had abilities or knowledge of how to make that teleportation thing. So Kage might have some things he doesn't know that he has.
Yeah. So I was confused when you guys were talking about them being able to teleport. So it's just the entrance thing that they made. The same as that kid. It's the same as that kid, is what they
So
said.
is it actually one of them?
That's a stretch.
What if it's a...
That
Yeah,
would
it
be-
is. Oh my gosh, it's the
Oh.
face. It's
Yeah.
a face. That is so messed up.
Oh.
They took one and just used them as... Oh my gosh, and they had to burn it.
Well, he'd
He's
probably
probably
say
dead.
thank you by
Yeah,
now.
he's probably like, I'm so happy to leave this world.
Oh,
Poor
Yeah.
thing.
that's so sad.
Nailed to the thing.
So that makes me wonder: is Kage dropping things in the underworld?
But he's just like, there's just like a place in the
Yeah.
underwear where things just fall
Yeah.
in.
And just
Interesting.
thinks it's his own little bag, but it's like a room down there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. Because he knows where everything is. He can reach and be like, a rope, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Oh.
Interesting.
It would be so interesting if they like give us like in an episode like this is how the shadow dimension works. I know they won't because they're very indirect.
What
with
if the
that information.
underworld is the shadow dimension?
The whole
The
thing.
entire
Whole
thing.
thing.
For
Yeah,
sure.
maybe.
I feel like that this the elimination of the Shadow Clan is kind of like like if this is how you're saying it's kind of progressing to current time, the entrance to the underworld is destroyed by
Yeah.
destroying the Shadow Clan and destroying the literal entrances made of Shadow Clan people.
Gone forever.
Gone forever. No way to get there except if you die.
Or to go
The
to that
other-
hole next
the
to that town.
Oh yeah, that place exists still.
Yeah.
Maybe that could get collapsed at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm. That'd be interesting. But then we also see...
I think Boji catches up with Zuko. Oh, no. We get to see Zuko and Miranjo chatting, and Zuko's like, what if I do try to kill
What
you?
if I kill you?
And she's like, well, Oaken's here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Smartest idiot I've ever seen.
Yeah, really. Truly. He's escaped death like 3 times now.
And he's still alive
He's
at the end of
still
this
around.
episode.
It's incredible.
Survivor.
Yeah. the problem is people keep trusting him. Like, his pleas are way too believable.
They're genuine.
Yeah. But he can't help it. He's just the way he is. He's always going to turn on you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Bad to the bone.
Bad to the bone. And then sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we see one of the he sacrifices Black.
Yeah, who dies immediately.
Yeah.
Where was Red? I thought he was with them before.
Black was carrying him.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
right.
we
he
didn't
was
see him
unconscious.
afterwards.
Left him in a room or something, maybe.
They just
Oh,
chucked
Red.
him off
Yeah,
in the
where
sun.
is Red?
Yeah. And then Oaken comes in charging. At the same time, Boji comes in charging. And Zuko
Tries to
poison Boji, but it doesn't
No,
work.
no.
No, he's a giant.
Yeah, no human poisons work on giants.
Human poison.
Yeah,
Yes.
Specific.
Miranjo knows poisons that will work.
Perhaps.
Maybe that's what killed Bose.
Both.
It doesn't make sense that she would kill it.
Oh.
But like, why was he dying? We still don't know.
Yeah.
He was coughing up blood and stuff, and he looked. Well, we know how the mother died now. But I was gonna say, because I thought the mother died of like sickness too, but she didn't. We see she died in the war against Miranjo. But yeah, why was Bose dying? Did she poison him? Did she want to take over a child's body?
I can see her poisoning Boss.
Just
like,
to
think
do
of,
that?
Think of it like this. Boss doesn't want to ever leave, right? He doesn't want to hurt his kid anymore. So force him to hurt his kid. But now you're dying. You have to take your kid's body or you're gone.
Man, I can't understand it. Anyways.
Yeah, we see Boji and
Kage.
Boji, I guess, and Kage fighting Oaken a bit after that. Well, they tie up Zuko real quick
Yeah.
with Despa tying up Arts. And then we face off against Oaken.
Oaken, which he wasn't supposed to do, but we find out why is because his power doesn't work on him.
Yeah,
which
he
is
has no
what
power-
you said.
No pressure.
Who said it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
No
guessed
pressure
it. No
points.
pressure points.
He seems to have the body still, so I'd imagine he would have pressure points, but it's
he's
just he heals immediately.
Immortal.
Yeah, you
That
can't hurt
is-
him.
Yeah, so he just like whatever happens, it fixes immediately. Speaking of fixing immediately, he heals his sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how he did it.
He didn't. He just. I like how the blood. I expected the blood to like go
Make
and form
one,
a new
yes.
sword, but the blood was like, let me just do this real quick.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
You didn't see anything.
And why that sword? Oh, it's probably his personal sword from
Yes.
when he's immortal.
Yeah. So that's weird then.
Well,
why would his sword be immortal?
No, I don't think it is. I think that's just his sword from when he was mortal.
Oh, mortal. Yeah.
And he just envelops it in his blood, and the blood will like heal whatever he envelops his ability in.
Oh, okay. So it's not necessarily something special with the sword.
I don't think so.
Okay, that makes sense.
Didn't we see him get cut though, Oaken?
Yeah.
When?
But his armor is fine.
Oh yeah, but he also rubs his armor.
Oh no, before I met with King Bo.
King Bo.
Or did King Bo not get to touch him?
He didn't touch him.
Oh, I thought it was some slice.
Even Boji was poking holes in his armor. His armor's healed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he'd like rub it or something, you know. So I think he like spreads his blood on it and does the same thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, speaking of which, I love that the way he paralyzes people is he's been throwing rocks at your pressure points.
Yes, that's interesting.
And he's using the same art.
Shirasampe.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I love it.
And his doesn't like knock you out. It just paralyzes you in your spot.
Yeah.
Don't move. Can't move.
Because Boji goes like, it goes into sorry, it goes into you and it hits like your molecules or stuff. Like,
It's your molecules.
It's your blood. He just slaps you.
Yeah, it's like he's like if you mess up one more time, I'm gonna hit an atom next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then unfortunately Kage's loose lips with a random stranger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just telling Miranjo everything.
Everything.
So she knows everything about Boji's abilities now, because she's like, oh, Des betrayed him? Okay,
Yeah.
I know what he can do. And he can't beat Oaken.
Nope.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't think anybody can really beat Oaken. You
Yeah,
have to just temporarily stun him.
Yeah, exactly. That's all that can be done. And we find out that Miranjo can control any irrational creature. And because he's not sane or anything, she can control him.
Yeah.
That's why his eyes turned red when he woke up. She was controlling him.
Yeah. I want to believe there's a way to help him.
Yeah.
Don't see it so far.
You don't see it either. Like, what could... Because even if he were to become mortal again, he's not going to gain back his mind, you know?
Mm-hmm. The demon's head is the only thing I could think of that could possibly do something.
The demon what?
The demon's head thing?
Demon's head.
Well, it's not called demon's head. They said claim the demon's head. The demon.
The demon's... Oh, wait. I was thinking it was like a demon head thing, too. Like a relic. Yeah, no, it's the head of the demon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And him is what I'm wondering about. Now, Saturn seemed like the be-all, end-all of the underworld. So if he wasn't able to do certain things, but this demon thing can, what is that?
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking now is that there are gods, and then there's gods. And I think the demon's on the opposite end of good when it comes to the next level up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, maybe. We also see what's her name? Miranjo give some advice to Kage. And
Yes,
he's like, you
that
should run.
accident.
He's like, oh yeah, thanks. She's like, why did I do that?
Because Dida's like hushing her in his in King Bosa's mind, and she's just being affected emotionally.
Yeah.
She's changing, which means there's hope for Miranjo's soul.
She's got to go to jail.
Well, she'll self in prison.
Yeah.
But that was cute. We get to remember Dida exists still.
Yeah, we could, because I forgot about him.
Yeah, and Miranda is resting her little self.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her little child self.
You know,
Child self.
a few episodes ago, Nikki, you had mentioned that King Boss kind of seemed like a wuss. And I was thinking like, nah, we just need to see a bit more. But as we go along,
It's like,
kind of a wuss. Yeah. All this is happening. Pick a side, man.
Pick a side.
Well,
just saying.
I do feel for he probably doesn't want to lose Miranjo. But bruh.
Your whole kingdom's at war.
Everyone.
You just took over your son's body. Your other son is like headed lamb to the slaughter.
Everyone's gonna die.
Everyone's gonna die.
Do something.
Look at what she did. Like, look at that thing.
Yeah.
The skin in the basement.
The skin in the basement, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pretty sad. Yeah, and then... Oh, we also see a little bit of Boji's, not just confidence, but like his moral code, I guess, because he's never thought of himself with every fight that he's been in. It's always been about protecting others.
Yeah.
Kage was pointing out. So even though he's getting tired fighting Oken and he knows he can't beat him, he's like, he has to try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't, he's going to kill people.
Yeah.
Like he saw what he did.
Yeah. Yeah, it also has to keep in mind like self-preservation, because like you have to think of also, if I die,
Who's gonna take care of him?
who's going to take care of him after if you don't like fall back and formulate a plan? Who's going to stop your father? Who's going to stop Miranda? So you got to stop this guy, but don't bang your head against a wall.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes you got to retreat.
Yeah.
It's true.
And probably leave that guy who was gonna poison you to death to
Zuko.
also die.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Just let him,
Oh.
let him be bait and just escape. But also, we see at the very end, Miranda reveals
That she is Miranda.
Like, yeah.
Miranda tells us exactly who she is. Miranda.
Plot twist. I'm who you thought I was.
That's funny. But yeah.
But yeah, guys, this was a fun episode. Guys, remember to hit the like button. Remember to hit the subscribe button to keep seeing these episodes in your subscription box. So check out the description for our reels and our TikTok to see funny shorts made by this person right here. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Oh, bye.
Special thanks to our patrons, Jonathan Hang, Tyler Costin, CC Flips, Fizzbuzz, and Asia Hunter.